Whoa,
What the fuck?
that got loud for a second.
What
Oh,
happened
my
to
volume is all the way up.
How did you stop it?
All the way up. Is it all fucking... I don't know.
Fucking people would clean this place, come and fuck with my shit, and tell them not to come in the TV room on purpose.
What is up, my man?
Time to
Welcome back.
abort. Oh my goodness. Let's fucking power through this bitch. I am gassed.
Gassed?
I am gassed, my friend. I've spent
Gassed.
the last 3 days in 100-degree weather, and you know how I am with heat.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Like I
And you could have used a fan.
would have loved. I had a burrito today.
Burrito, huh?
I had
Creepy Dave, he liked the burritos.
Creepy Dave.
I showed River those videos today, and she watched all of them. She's
Dude,
like,
Creepy Dave is one of the funniest things.
Creepy Dave.
Go
Hello.
to sleep. It's nighttime.
It's a man titties. People
Dude, that
call
one
them.
fucking
Oh my God.
died.
So fucking
Capybara.
Crappy bears. Crappy bears just have no face. They have no nose.
Hold up.
Oh,
no.
this a flaming hose. Flaming hoses have very skinny legs but a big strong neck.
This is flaming cracker.
Flaming hose can flies, but when they take off, looks like man falling backwards. Like,
You went-
my
you
God,
went Russian
that's
there.
so fucking good. Is he's like falling backwards.
Man falling backward.
Is Russian Dave? Hello.
Hello. After this, we will try to bomb you, but you know.
only bombing here is my jokes.
I think
Oh.
I think the Creepy Dave animals was the very first TikTok that I saw one and then immediately
And
followed.
you watch the series. That's
Yeah. Because like most of them, I like a lot of the
You-
people I follow on TikTok. I watched a video and was like, oh, that's funny, and then I just kept on scrolling,
Ding. Yeah.
kept on scrolling, and then something else of theirs would pop up, and I'm like, oh, that okay, maybe I'll see what else they got.
Like the chubby
Right.
mechanic.
Chubby Mechanic is so good.
Dude, I watched a bunch of his videos. I would say while I was driving. They were on. While I was driving.
Yeah.
So, like I was doing that a lot. I watch a lot of. I listened to a lot of YouTube when I was doing deliveries and shit.
Yeah.
Mostly podcasts though. Listen to a lot of.
Why
comedy.
is this? I hate this. Like, there's no wind all day. Guess what? You're gonna record a podcast. All the
I'm
way.
not picking up any wind. You sound.
I
fine
know,
to
but
me.
it's annoying. Like my papers are like fucking cocks.
Papers.
Stop.
His hair is flipping up on the sides.
His
Okay,
hair
so-
is moving all over.
I brought a light, like my little camera light.
Oh yeah. For when it gets
So-
dark.
So when it gets dark, I can just be like, boom, where's
Be
the
like
light?
Creepy Dave.
Oh, Creepy Dave. What is the other one?
Is he Frank?
Platypuses. Platypuses.
They're like half beaver, half duck, and the duck half lays the eggs so the beaver half can eat them.
Beaver half brings the sticks, and then duck half build a house.
This is sounding kind of like a Christopher Walken routine.
He likes to build the house.
The platypus get the sticks. So you can build a house.
Sticks.
Get the sticks.
Hey, We get
Okay.
the sticks.
The
We
Foo
get the
Fighters.
house.
The Foo Fighters. Ah.
You've heard that story, right?
Mhm.
That's
I
so
like
good.
it. It's so good. Did you watch Secret Invasion, Dave?
Secret Invasion, Dave.
Secret Invasion, Dave. Well,
Secret Asian Dave.
Secret.
Krennic. What's the name of the
Kravik?
main bad guy? Kravik. There we go.
Rabbit.
He's in Barbie with an American accent, and I was like, hold up. I know who that guy is.
It's Creepy Dave.
I'm the platypus.
The Platypus.
Puss.
Creepy Dave.
I'm trying to think of what I ate while I was down there. I had a burrito today. I had enchiladas yesterday. I had
Go-
hot. What's
Go
up?
find Trejo's Tacos.
No, I didn't get tacos. I had an opportunity to get tacos, but
No
I was
tacos.
no tacos. I got a burrito. I'm a burrito guy.
I can't blame you. I wouldn't drive around LA looking for Danny Trejo's taco truck either.
Yeah.
If I saw it, great. If not, I don't give a shit.
Well, I wasn't even really like in LA. I was in like the Inland Empire over by Ontario.
It's still LA.
Yeah, you can see LA from where I went to the Rose Bowl. Talk about that. That was cool.
I seen it. I seen some
Yeah.
pics.
That was like I was with that dude Alex I used to work with,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, hey man, yeah, I'm gonna drive you home. That's cool, but we need to make a stop at the Rose Bowl. He's like,
Wait, work Alex used to be was down there too?
he lives there. He moved down to LA.
Oh,
LA.
okay. LA.
You ever go
Yeah.
hiking in LA?
Yeah, he moved down there to go work in the film industry, and then it went on strike.
Oh, they talk
I
about
mean,
COVID too.
Those are the sequence of events. There was some time in between, but
Right.
those events happened sequentially.
Relatively, yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, we had some.
Can you see that camera?
I cannot. No. Or
On the
Dave's?
light? No, my light that's right here.
No, I
So
can't.
on my screen, it shows me as a square, but on your guys is your rectangles.
You're a
I'm the
rectangle.
square. You're the rectangles.
I think because I'm the square
And
on
the
mine.
square is also a rectangle, but
A
Right
rectangle
there
is
it
not
is.
the square.
oh man, what did I write down? Barbie,
Yeah.
Secret Invasion, and try that in a small town.
I heard about that. I haven't looked at it at all.
Oh my god. I got
Yeah. Yeah,
some things to say.
good.
I have
Try
no idea
that in
what- I have
a
no idea
small
what that
town.
I do. And
Okay.
you know what happens? Nothing. Because you're all bitches.
Yeah, that the whole thing is so dumb. Like the video came out this week or last week. The song's been out for months, but the song in it of itself is like it's just a song.
Milquetoast and boring.
Yeah, and then he makes this music video and he throws in some Black Lives Matter protests, which people are like, "Oh my God, you're throwing in those, and that's not the same." And he's like, "You can't protest in small towns. Like, what are you gonna protest? The six of you versus the fucking McDonald's not having
Right.
sweet tea or something? Like,
Right. The message is like the message resounds differently because it's like try that in a small town. Well, you literally cannot. It's impossible.
Exactly.
Like if what am I gonna do? Stand in? I'm gonna like you said. I'm gonna go stand in the middle of the road in Myrtle Creek and I'm gonna fucking protest.
Yeah.
You're just gonna drive by.
Or
It's
drive
not.
over.
It's not try that. It shouldn't. It's not try that in a small town because we'll whoop your ass. It's try that in a small town because nobody cares.
Because it doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
And nobody cares about anything.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
there are definitely parts where it's like, yeah, we got guns and shit. I'm like, yeah, so do we.
We got guns and shit.
Like go ahead and bring your cowboy attitude into any urban environment. Like I guarantee you, like we walked into the corporate
nice
place. And,
enunciation of the N in environment.
Oh.
Environment. I heard it.
Environment,
And I was
thanks.
like, whoa, it spelled it out for me. Anyway,
There we
sorry.
go.
He really
Sorry,
likes
But yeah,
to push the buttons.
push the buttons. We walked into corporate and the dude I was with, he's like, yeah, more than half the people in here have their concealed carry permit and are packing. So like, yeah, you're not the only people who have guns.
Yeah.
We have more stores where you can get guns.
I don't think he's really talking about those people in the city.
I know, Dave. I know, Dave.
I know Dave too. He's over there.
I know him too.
You are him.
Dave is
It
not
is me,
here.
Creepy
He's over there.
Dave.
Creepy Dave.
Oh my God! When you get drunk, you need to start doing Creepy Dave.
Oh, he
Oh.
does. He
Well,
does.
he is Creepy Dave when he's drunk. Yeah. You're holding your mic like one of the
Check this out.
broadcasters.
Yeah. Like I realized that my microphone would it has the same size threads as my camera adapters, and so I was like, wait, I got a stand now, and so I was like, I'm gonna just use that instead of because I was using my bendy thing, and
Yeah.
that seemed like a lot of work.
I should get one of those stands for the Yeti because I don't need this whole arm routine.
Yeah.
I think
Some-
I'm gonna I should get an old microphone.
Just like a Shure
I have.
or like a Bob Barker
Uh,
stick mic.
Ooh,
that'd be
yeah,
cool.
just a real long one, so I can hold it like my hands way out here, but I'm like still talking.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I have.
And what's behind curtain number 1? My dick.
It's my dick.
And that curtain is a zipper.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I don't remember what I was to say, but I have things to make those things happen probably. But yeah,
I'll get a regular microphone and then wear it around my neck like the lead
I
singer
have-
from Sunday.
oh, I remember that. He's like, I have a lapel
Better
mic.
make damn sure. All right.
I also have a lapel mic. It's right here someplace. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Found it.
It was funny because like Bales and I were talking about getting lapel mics. I don't remember what for, and that when that Umpqua liquidation was a thing still, I went down there and there was one. I was like, oh shit! I took a picture of it. Like $9, normally 60.
Yeah,
cool.
lapel mics are ridiculous. Like you can get them for some reason. They're always on sale.
Yeah.
Like I've got
Only-
a nice one. It even has a bag.
Only thing I was disappointed about was that it had the I couldn't get it to work properly with my phone. Like I can get it to work with my computer and shit, but like, I don't know. It also
should
has
get
like a 20 foot
mics and then we
cord.
could do a Ducks game mic'd up.
Yeah, we could.
Oh my God! What if when we do Christian the super fan, I'll mic up, and we'll just record everything I do.
Christian the super fan.
Let's go the Ducks!
Oh, that's funny. Bing.
I don't know. I thought we decided on Christian, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
It's not that funny. It could be funnier.
I mean, it is a little funny.
It's kind of funny.
It is that funny. That's.
I don't know. My middle name's Christian, so I don't know.
I know. That's why I got confused.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, it is.
Christian with a K. Hey.
Hey. I pulled up when I was leaving Azusa today, and I look over like this, and I see Kardashian Roofing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck said that shit?
Like, get that shit away from me.
So what else do we have to talk about? You got your whole trip. I mean,
Yeah, me going to California.
Hey, I'm going to Arizona in 2 days.
Why?
Mhm. His sister's wedding.
Oh yeah.
I will try to coordinate with you guys. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to have time,
Hey,
The
weddings
show
are
next
weddings,
week.
man.
but I'll try to.
Because you're back on Saturday.
I'm back on Sunday. So I'm leaving Sunday night, and I'm not coming
Mm.
back till the next Sunday night.
Well, maybe we can.
Why don't you text your sister right now and ask her
What are you doing Wednesday night?
Wednesday or Thursday
yeah.
or Friday are nights that we could probably not Friday because you usually have like a rehearsal,
Yeah.
but Wednesday or Thursday. Text her. Phone right there.
Well, it's we haven't decided what we're going to do because we're waiting until we're all together. to decide
Naked.
what we're gonna-
What do you mean? Haven't
Because we-
decided what you're gonna do.
They're
because
gonna
we're-
get married, right?
Well, because no, we might. So we're going to go spend a day at Tombstone. So I have no idea when we're going to be back. We're going to go to Phoenix for a whole day. We got just trips for the week planned around the wedding preparation stuff.
Okay, but still, text her and say, hey, we're trying to figure out when we can record because we're coordinating outside of this group. Here, I'll text her. It seemed
Well,
easy.
I'm calling her later tonight. We got to talk anyway.
What are you gonna call her?
Dorothy.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. Hey, with 6 E's.
She's, not gonna,
Yeah.
she's just going to immediately text me and be like, what is he talking about?
Well, then we're one step closer.
Mhm.
I'm going for it. All right, man.
Oh, hey, shit.
You ready for a good ass show?
Yeah.
Should be working myself up to it.
I heard it. I seen it.
Cool.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're here. All right, here we are. We're back again. Dave's doing smelling salts. It's another episode of my show. Yeah, we're back. We're doing a crazy Friday deal. So it's this will be one of those shows that's actually reasonably close to when we record it when it goes out. So enjoy that.
A Freaky Friday, if you will.
It's a freaky deaky Friday.
They're switching penises.
Oh, why is mine so small? I must have gotten Dave's.
Yep.
Switching penises is the name of this episode, by the way.
It sure is. That's an early contender. But yeah, we got quite a bit to get to. Apparently, Robin saw one of the funniest movies he's seen in quite some time. I went to California, and I don't know what Dave did. Dave, what have you been up to?
Failing astronomy.
Man, you know what's fucked up? Like, my feelings wouldn't be hurt, like, if you didn't play baseball with me and you're passing your classes.
But doing neither? Come
But
on,
yeah,
man.
like, if you're not going to
you're
pass,
playing
you
Call
may
of
as well
Duty with
play
me.
baseball.
Yeah. Come
No,
on,
it's
man.
not. I'm not failing it. It's just I've been thinking about dropping it already because I did
whole
not
deal?
take it. I didn't pick that class to work this hard during the summer.
What class is it, and why is it so hard?
It's just there's a lot to do. Astronomy.
There's a lot of stars.
Yeah, we've got something like 5 quizzes a week, 6 assignments on top of those 5 quizzes, and I have to make a star chart book for the class. And I'm like, hey, no, this was supposed to be fun for me because my other class is supposed to be my hard work class.
You're like ChatGPT, make me a star map.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm thinking about dropping it already just because, like I said, I wasn't trying to take 2 classes in the summertime that literally take up all of my day.
Yeah, that's the thing about summer classes is that they, like, because it's in the summer, they try to, like, make the classes extra long too, which is weird. I didn't like that.
Sometimes it's like hit or miss, and you have to like research your summer classes. Guys, anybody listening, this is your advice from somebody who took way more college classes than anybody should.
In this, yeah.
Research your summer classes if you're going to take summer courses, because sometimes they can be as simple as go watch some plays, write a 1-page paper on what you did while you watched those plays, or they can be we're going to cram 10 weeks of stuff into 3
weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like my math course, I knew that's what it was going to be. I knew that.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to do the work.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, astronomy, that'd be cool. Kind of chill a little bit, learn about the stars, learn about the constant, like all this. Nope. He wants me to break down. Like I'm supposed to, over the next week, I'm supposed to write some sort of scientific method thing about how I think the moon's change will happen over the next 3 weeks. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, time to cash out.
Yeah. And like I said, I wanted to take it because I thought it'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want to work this hard for an extra class that doesn't mean anything for my degree.
Right.
It's just
not
it's
even
just an
good-
elective.
Yeah, it's just for fun. And I don't need electives. I just wanted to have a fun class.
Dave, if you
So-
want to have a fun class, take bowling.
I've
I
heard
mean,
Great class.
that. I
great
almost took
class.
Ceramics too.
Ceramics is also
Ceramics.
fun.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have taken that.
Sculpting, I think, is what it was called. Sculpting.
I played flag football.
Pottery, maybe.
They just call it ceramics where I go.
Where I go.
Ceramics.
Take the ceramics.
Ceramics,
I'll
you-
treat for Dave.
You'll get the ceramics on the wets.
So what
Take an astronomy class.
what was the
Still
easiest?
stars.
Well, I'll ask Robin because all of Dave's classes are apparently the world's hardest class. What was the easiest class that you had in college?
Shakespeare.
Yeah, Shakespeare was my hardest class.
I
twice.
really just explained to you earlier, like
it was
2
watch
minutes
some
ago.
movies.
No,
or
we
watch-
went and watched plays in Ashland. It was over 3 days. And to get your grade, you had to show up to the classes or to get your tickets from the teacher in Ashland. You were expected to be in the plays to watch at least 2/3 of them, and then write a 1-page paper, handwritten, not typed, on what your experience was.
Did it have to be handwritten in Old English?
I don't know. They didn't
Elizabethan.
specify which malt liquor I had to drink.
Ye old play, right?
Once upon a midnight dreary. Wait.
Doth telleth too much
But yeah,
shit.
Shakespeare is or was at UCC the easiest class I ever took. And then, I mean, bowling, any of my activity classes, I took
Those don't
basketball
count.
class. I took basketball 17 times. That's not a joke. 16 times at Western Oregon, once at UCC. It was amazing.
Getting college credit for playing hoops.
Right. Badminton was also another fun one. I like to tell people the story of at the end of the term, we had a tournament for singles and doubles. And the doubles tournament, I won by myself because my partner did not show up. And I beat everybody in the class.
So you're pretty good then.
I mean, I was. But I mean, it's easy when you play doubles because usually like the teacher picked the teams. And so he tried to make them balanced. So
Oh.
generally, if you had somebody good, that means there's somebody sucky. And I would
So
just
you
hit
just
it to
hit
the
to
sucky
the
person.
shitty person.
Yeah, just hit it to the guy who was terrible. It's called strategery.
That's like, I ended up accidentally hitting the ball to right field all the fucking time because I was in this recreational church league. It was a lot of fun. It was one of my favorite softball leagues I've ever played in. But I realized that no church had 10 competitive softball players in it. And so right, center, and right were going to be dog water.
Mhm.
And so I would open up my stance really wide so my back foot was like way back, and I would just wait for like another half second, then just lace the ball into right field and watch the guy go, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like even if I hit it right at him, it's a single because he's not going to catch it.
Yeah.
Like, and then he might throw it into left field, so I might get on. Yeah. But then I just accidentally just started hitting it to right field. Like now I can't hit to left. Like what?
The old push hitter.
Yeah. I used to hit I learned to hit a baseball or softball in my front yard. And my goal was to always hit it straight because if I hit it to the right, there was a house. If I hit it to the left, there was a house. But if I hit it straight, I could get it to go really far and then I could go chase it, whatever. And so when we'd play like wiffle ball or mush ball, softball, or anything like that, if I wanted to pull it to the left, I would have to open up my stance,
Big
if I
time.
wanted to, like literally turning my hips, and I'm like, all right, here we go.
Like
So-
I wonder if he's gonna hit it to left.
I was like,
I-
I'm gonna hit it over your head, so whatever.
I played catcher, so I didn't really hit the ball.
Right.
You just watched other people do it.
Yeah, I was a very prototypical, like in well, maybe not when I was real young, but like in high school.
Yeah.
Like I was a very prototypical catcher. Great defense, awesome.
Can't hit.
I could stop any ball in the dirt. I could, someone steals, I can gun them down. Great. Throw
Hitting
me
130.
Yeah, throw me a slider outside. Woo! I'm hoping that catcher's dropping it so I can
Yep.
try to run.
And that's usually how I beat him in the show also.
Right. Slider out and down and away. Get me every time.
Jake, have you seen this movie, the Gran Turismo movie, the trailer for that, or
I
heard about
did
it?
see a trailer for it. It looks good.
I remember hearing that story. I don't remember how long ago, but definitely heard the story of like a guy gets to play Gran Turismo and they're like, "Hey, you want to try driving?" And he was fucking good at driving. And then they're like, "Hey, let's make a movie." Good call.
Named Max Verstappen.
There was a snow competition last winter where an e-driver beat
Oh, I remember that.
yeah, he beat like a recently retired F1 driver.
It was like Colin McRae. They were and who was the other one? It was a F1 driver, and they were racing like a rally course in the snow.
Yeah, and he beat him through it, and it's like, wait a minute, like these guys actually got skills.
Like it wasn't close.
Yeah.
I did a
Like-
snow course in San Diego one time in my hotel room.
Dave, Creepy Dave loves the
Creepy
ski.
Dave. I did the snow course at the Dinos.
That's a rough one. That's a double black diamond.
Well, it was something. There were a couple rough double black diamonds that showed up later. Well, maybe they were white.
Oh, yeah.
But their babies aren't.
Can anybody get a table dance? Woo!
So I went to LA.
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 Yeah, I spent 3 days in the Inland Empire.
I don't know what
Eh,
that means, but
Yeah,
I like
It's
it.
it's like it sounds cool, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Inland Empire.
Was Steve
Uh,
Buscemi there? No, it's
no,
Boardwalk. Damn.
Steve
that
Buscemi.
that's no that yeah that's ladder 86. Um, but yeah, I got flown down to because apparently I'm very important and I needed to be told how to do my job because I basically got on a Zoom call and said, "Hey, is anyone going to tell me how to do my job?" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't know how to do anything." They're like, "Okay. Do you want to come down here and see how to do stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, that would be nice. But can you come next week?" "Yes, I can."
I can
I'm right now.
come
if I want
all
it,
the
it's early
time.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever I want, so to speak.
If you guys want to hear that story, go back to check episode 284 where we talked about it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
I get down there. I get into Ontario, which it's way better to fly into Ontario.
Ontario Smith.
Yeah, Ontario. Like I've flown into LAX like on my way to other places, so I've been
Mhm.
in LAX, but like it is so much more convenient to fly into a place like Ontario because it's just right there, and you don't have to go through all the LAX traffic and shit.
Right.
I said people were asking me, they're like, "Oh, where'd you fly in from?" I'm like, "Ontario," and they're like, "Oh yeah, LAX is just a brand name. You only do that if you only fly into LAX if you're trying to be cool." I was
Hey,
like,
we got
okay.
we got
I was just
hammered
gonna
in-
say, Dave and I got fucking smashed
we
there,
got
man.
fucking smashed in LAX.
But you see, you didn't fly to LAX. You
Yeah,
flew
I know.
through LAX.
Yes.
Like what they're saying is like end destination
Mhm.
LAX is for
We were on,
douchebags.
we were on Dallas once.
I was also on Miami.
Oh, man, we did get fucking smashed. That was fun.
I
And then
I
we kept
did-
saying LA.
LI.
We're eating a pizza and drinking beers and double Jack and Cokes.
Double Jack and Cokes, and we had like 10 of them.
We had a stack of cups.
Just
Good
schmammered.
Good times.
They didn't tell me until later in the evening in the first day that I had like a $50 a day per diem for all my expenses, like anything I wanted pretty much.
You hear that?
No?
Fucking walnut just fucking bonsai'd my table.
I saw you react to it. I didn't hear it though.
I was like,
Yeah.
This walnut, and it bounced above my camera. I mean, it was
Dang.
like,
But yeah, so I
the walls and
made it. Did you see that, Dave?
I didn't.
Hook shot into the garbage can. Sorry.
shot nailed it.
Back
But
to the
yeah,
story.
so yeah, I
Yes.
they told me they're like, yeah, so go ahead and just get whatever you want. Then it like there becomes this weird like this was the first time I've ever been on like a legitimate business trip, you know. Like I went to cover the Pac-12 championship. Nice.
Was our pizza?
LA pizza.
There's this. Who's that skinny guy?
That
Who's
used to be
skinny
Dave.
dude?
Jesus, look at that.
Wow,
like
Dave.
Billy.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That
Time to
belly.
start running again.
Billy likes soda.
Hell, Dave
Oh.
likes beer. Dang, that's a lot of cups.
Well, hey, man, I mean, it
And
was
this
later,
was our flight. Look, there's nobody. Nobody.
it was also later that year that I ended up in the hospital for 3 nights. So
It's true. Yeah.
Well, hey, you know, they can't all be winners.
Anyway.
Anyways,
Anyway.
so I realized that I can now go pretty much wherever I want to eat because it's going to be reimbursed, and like this weird like dialogue tree enters your life like once you're on a business trip. Like the lady comes over and you have to have this conversation with every person that comes over. You're like, "Hi, I'm on a business trip. Will you please separate my alcohol from my food and I'll pay 2 separate checks." So, you know, because they won't reimburse
Right.
alcohol, but they
Right.
will reimburse food, and they won't reimburse it. It's my experience that they won't reimburse a ticket with alcohol on it. And
Yeah.
so, regardless of what the place's name is, it's, hey, man, they said they had the best chicken wings in town. What was I gonna do? You know,
It's called
And-
Stars.
Star. Yeah.
Took a second. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, creepy Dave. Uh, but yeah, like it's this whole like, and everyone has the same answer. They're like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Just remind me at the end." And so like, then you have to say it again. You're like, "Hey, can you please split my?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I know." I'm like, "Well, then why'd you tell me to remind you?"
Oh man. See, I was trying to tell you about Glendale with the big chicken because, oh man, I could go for some big chickens.
I go for some big. I don't know why we're not
I'm
having.
surprised we're not having big chicken right now.
So speaking of chicken, I did have Raising Cane's.
Mm.
Pretty good. It reminded me a lot of Big Chicken.
Yeah.
I feel like Shaq kind of modeled Big Chicken after Raising Cane's.
He went like combo Big Chicken or Raising Cane's and Chick-fil-A. Like the sauce
Bingo,
is very
yeah.
similar, and like I was saying the other day, it's like they added a smoke flavor to the Chick-fil-A sauce. That's
Yeah.
Shaq sauce. So fucking good though.
Yeah, I was down with cane sauce. That stuff was pretty good. I also got a Post Malone collectible cup because I mean I'm getting reimbursed for it. So
yeah, exactly.
Yes. And like yeah, so I got the Post Malone cup, and so I'm at work today, and I was talking to the guys, and there's the two black dudes that are talking about having lunch, and this guy's like, man, I went to Raising Cane's and I tried to get the Caniac box.
There's creepy Dave.
Creepy Dave. He's like, I tried to get the Caniac box. It was like $19. Fuck that. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, did you post it up? And he's like, no, I didn't. That's like another $1.39. Are you crazy?
Here's us at Raising Cane's.
Nice.
Trevor's like, hey Brian, can you help me stretch my back? Nobody hump me while I'm doing it.
Dave immediately. You can't tell Dave to not hump something.
No.
Last person that tried to tell me that.
Like give him that one.
Him.
And then that one.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so I walk into one bar and it's like cash only. I'm like, well, that's a little too sketchy for me. Sup. It's like I had to get realistic too about, I was like, man, I kind of wanted to go to Vegas, but also would have been way hotter, first of all. But second of all, like, do I expect that they would like put me up anywhere near the strip? So like, I'm gonna have to
rental.
Yeah, I did have a rental. Pay for parking though, that would be a pain in the ass.
No, you go to the hotels and they park it for free.
See, I didn't have a car last time.
He didn't know.
I didn't know. Now I wanted to go to Vegas again. I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
So I spent 3 days down there. I went to corporate. I went to both warehouses, met some people, shook some hands, kissed some babies, said, what's up? How's your mama? But like, there wasn't 3 days of stuff to do.
Oh.
So there was a lot of like sitting there, and and for me to sit, especially today was absolute torture because I had the concept of a running clock in my head, knowing that my flight leaves at 4:15, and if I'm late, I don't get on the flight. Being uncomfortably close, like I got there as they began boarding. That was too close.
That's close.
That's too close for comfort for me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell that to my boss next time. Like, hey, send these people the fuck out of here before 2:00, because I almost didn't make it.
Right.
And I would have been real unhappy if I had to sit in the Ontario airport for several hours. But anyway, none of that came to pass. Everything was cool. Everything was good. But yeah, like you realize that they didn't have 3 days of material, and my boss kind of told me, because I'd been pretty pissed. I showed up and I kind of expected it to be an operational building. Crazy, I know.
Right? Weird expectations.
And because I had that expectation, I believed that the expectation of me was to absolutely hit the ground running and be 100% from the word go. Because they're like, oh, we've got the warehouse, we got somebody there working already, we already kind of have systems. I get there, no, you don't. And so, like, honestly, part of it, the boss told me, he's like, yeah, I kind of wanted to talk you back from the ledge a little bit, get you down here and get you in person, show you what. And I realized something, why I didn't get sent to Vegas, because my employee was sent to Vegas to see how a warehouse is supposed to be run. I got sent to Anaheim to see what happens when a warehouse gets fucked up.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So
It was interesting because they're like I'm walking around with a dude who's higher than me on the org chart, and he's like, yeah, this is wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. 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 He's like take the message of what was being said, fine, but remember, you need to do this, like, because if you don't,
Yeah.
and it comes out that it's fucked, it's you. It's nobody else. And I was like, yeah, I get it, man. Like, you don't have to tell me to stay on my shit. Like, I know how to count to 10. I know how to count to 7. Shout out Bailey if he's listening. But found out why I got fired. That's funny. Yeah.
Let's hear that.
So unnamed sources tell me.
News.
A source close to someone who is familiar with the situation told me that I got fired because, and I quote, we had one person in the warehouse who was complaining and one person who was not complaining.
Okay.
And so they fired the one who was complaining.
That doesn't really make sense though, because the guy who was not complaining was 100% complaining.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't get fired if there's nothing to fire about.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, like there's definitely some gaslighting going on with that too, but like it's definitely like,
because you texted something similar to that, and
Yeah.
I definitely had it flipped around. Because I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it was the other way. Apparently, and like I said, the reason I was the only one who could complain because I was the only one who was able to know that he was fucking up.
Right.
I'm like,
fuck, man.
So the only person who could tell that something was wrong says that something's wrong. Nothing changes. I continue to say that something's wrong, and then I just get mad about it, and I go off on several occasions. But hey, you know what? Fuck that place.
I'm gonna tell mom, and it's gonna be your fault. I'm gonna do something mad.
I'm gonna do something mad. You know, the place sucked anyway. I was starting to hate it by the last couple months anyhow. So, you know, did me a favor. Now I'm making way more. The greatest revenge is happiness.
A penis. What?
Yeah. But you know what else? You know what pisses me off? This is what pisses me off. You ready? You want to hear it? Here it goes.
What pisses you off?
You know what really grinds my gears? I ordered a cat tree. Like a combination cat tree and litter box is one of those little cabinet things.
You have a cat?
We're gonna get a cat soon.
Oh. Okay.
It's a kitten. But yeah, so I ordered it, and because I was so regularly ordering things to Delta Marine, I had the address there. It got delivered, and I'm like, fuck. Well, I don't have a car, and I don't really want to go there 3 days after I got fired.
Right.
So I'll just contact Amazon. Amazon sent us another one. Everything's fine and dandy. No one called. Nobody thought they should reach out.
No one will know.
And said, hey, you know, you had something delivered here. You might want to come pick it up. Like, no. But we all know who would have received that package.
Right.
So we all know why I didn't get a call.
You ought to just show up there.
I don't think I can be there. I think me being there would be seen as an act of aggression.
No, because you had a package, that was delivered there.
And
yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, like my way to look at it is, I ordered a package. I know that it was delivered because I have tracking. Where is it? How long has it been here? And why was I not contacted?
Why didn't you guys call me?
Was it returned to Amazon?
Like, why are you so petty?
Right.
I don't know. I said some petty shit in my Glassdoor review.
What? You would not do something like that. That's
Well, what happened was I realized as I was writing the damn thing that anybody that they were going to realize it was me So I may as well just go in and say what was on my mind because, nobody else is going
Why not?
to, yeah, nobody else is going to say the things that I have to say the way I have to say them that works there.
It checks out.
I can put together a cogent simile and get fucked.
Man.
Man.
You should pay some like 20-something-year-old kid to go there and tell them that he is Mr. Tabor's assistant and he was told to come pick up a package from here.
I could do that.
You should bill them.
I could have Work Jake go and pick it up for me. Be like, yeah,
Ooh.
hi, I'm Jake's employee.
No, it's got to be Mr. Tabor.
I'm Mr. Tabor's employee. He asked me to come pick this up.
Personal assistant or just anything like that.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm here. I'm Jake to pick up a package for Jake.
for other Jake. I need somebody hot. Send in a hot chick and be like, I'm here to pick up from Mr. Tabor.
You should hire a midget. Sorry, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing that Jake is dead.
Yep.
Jake, like that's
my midget.
probably
You
the
can't
most.
do that to me.
I want to bet.
It's
Can
because
will.
What happened was I saw a video earlier today with a midget in it, and it reminded me of that video, and I wasn't ready for that, and it was just a very quick snap in my mind, and
Right.
so this is boom right in my
Awesome.
Go check the archives to hear about it, but it's a reflex. It's happened too many times to be anything other than a reflex. Like when I see a dwarf, midget, little person, however you want to refer to them, there's zero malice in it, but I cannot help myself from bursting into laughter. Like I will have giggle fits. I have to avert my gaze. Like if I'm not expecting it, it has to be an unexpected little person. Like as I've said, Brad Williams came out.
Unexpected little person might be the name of the episode.
Let me tell you this much: if a midget jumped out of a cake, you might have to take me to the hospital. Because
We'll
that
have
might
an
be
AED on standby.
that might be the funniest thing I can think of. Like,
That would be pretty awesome.
like when I'm going to ask for this because I assume you guys will be there at my
Price
living
tickets
wake.
to midget wrestling.
Oh, that's another thing. I was supposed to go with the guys at Delta to midget wrestling. They had a ticket saved for me, and yeah, I know what he called. Y'all can go fuck yourselves, dog.
People suck.
People suck, man. Like I get it. But at the same time, I don't because I have friends with pretty much every place I've worked other than the news. No, that's not true. Matt's still my friend from the newspaper. Everywhere I worked, I have friends. But yeah.
I think I probably do too. Like
I don't.
I know you don't.
Dave doesn't need friends. Creepy Dave doesn't.
Well, here he comes.
I've already got enough of them.
Me, myself, and I.
I told that to a girl one time. She's talking about. She's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for new friends." I was like, "Cool, I've got plenty. Take it easy."
Yeah. I saw a girl holds up a sign from one window to another. I was like, "What's your name?" And it's like Ashley. Why? And it's like, "Want to be friends?" And she's like, "Not really."
She's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Hi. What's your name?
Did you ever see that clip from the two cruise ships going by, and this guy's out on his balcony and he screams at another guy on the other ship, and they do that whole thing?
The whole Ezekiel and what was the other one's name? I can't remember.
I feel like it was Todd, but
I don't know,
probably.
Terry or
Terry. Scary Terry.
Fuck you, Terry.
Hey, did I mention that I saw Idiocracy?
No.
You finally watched it?
Yeah, like a month ago.
Good, right?
It's all right.
Hilarious.
It's good enough. I mean, like the problem with it is I fucking knew what was going to happen. Too many people had told me it was going to be the movie that greatest, like world's greatest movie. I was going to love it. How could you, of all people, not love this movie? So I go into it trying to not have expectations, enjoying like, yep, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I didn't force air out of my nose.
I mean, I enjoy it, but I enjoy it like every like 7 years. It's not really a great movie. It's funny.
I thought it was okay.
It's a good movie, but it's not like I'm gonna write home about it. Like
I don't know. Like I said, too many people had come up to me and been like, "Oh my God, you would love Idiocracy."
it's yeah. I'm to the point where I understand that if somebody hasn't seen a movie that's been out for a long time and they've been told to watch it or
They're probably
something
not
along
gonna
those
watch it.
lines, like there's reasons that they haven't watched it. Just like I have never watched Half Baked. Do I know lines from it? 100%. But
Yes,
I
human
know
being.
I know that there's things or that there's reasons that like it's just or Friday. Like, I mean, I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah.
I
Well, I mean,
enjoyed
this
next Friday more than I liked Friday, actually.
this takes me back to the scene in High Fidelity when they're talking about Rob is talking to his ex-girlfriend. She's like, "No, I haven't slept with him yet." And so he takes that. He's like, "What would you say if I told you I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet? Do you think I'd see that movie? Do you think I'm going to see that movie or not?" It's like, "Well, yeah, because it's a great movie." Like
Right.
that's probably top 5 one of my favorite movies is High Fidelity.
Really?
I love that movie.
Why? Did you say you haven't seen it, Dave?
Yeah.
I like
it's worth a watch.
Yeah, I like the character of Rob Gordon. I think Jack Black is hilarious in it. I like the interplay between the three of the guys in the record store, and secretly I wish I was a record store owner, and I wish that was my life sometimes. So it was kind of one of those movies.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man, I could relate to being the guy who runs a small record store. Man, that would be cool. But
do you remember the movie The Jackal?
No.
Jackal. Is it a jackal?
Jackal is a jackal.
I remember
Jackal?
Don Callis was the jackal in ECW. Oh no, he was Cyrus the Virus.
I thought was.
There's this old movie, like an old assassin movie, Jackal, and Jack Black plays the guy in the computer chair, nerd in the van guy, and I always think about that when I think of like random Jack Black movies that he's not the star of, but he's in it.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Wasn't John C. Reilly in like U-571 or something like that? I know that he was in Gangs of New York.
He was.
But I think he was in one of the submarine movies too.
Well, it's really weird when you see a lot of like these older movies, and then you'll see actors that got really famous for being funny, or an actor that got really famous for being serious in an old comedy or an old rom-com or something like that. And you're like, this is not like, it doesn't feel right that they're in that movie playing that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Days of John C. Reilly and Days of Thunder. Like I was like, wait, John C. Reilly's in this? I forgot about that.
He's in that and Ricky Bobby?
Yeah.
He's like, I got all the experience I need. I was in Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise.
Right?
Let's see. What was the movie? The Perfect Storm. He's in that. That's not it though. Yeah, I remember him from that. Boogie Nights. Forgot about that. That's awesome.
It's so wild. Like he's such a funny comedian.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild that he had to do so many dramatic roles before he got his break into comedy. Really.
Days of Thunder. Damn, 1990.
Wow.
I would have not guessed that.
Right?
His first movie credit is Above the Law. He played Thug in Bar, uncredited.
Above the Law, was that a Seagal movie?
It was.
Yeah.
Fucking walnuts falling, man. I'm screwed.
Walnuts keep falling on my head.
You know, we gotta keep looking overhead. It's like Hiroshima out here.
State of what did it say? State of Grace. Hoffa. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? The River Wild. I'm just kind of picking Hard 8, Night Watch, Boogie Nights, Chicago Cab, Flagpole
I knew a Hard Eight
Special.
once.
He was also in Walk Hard, The Legend of Dewey
Walk
Cox.
Hard. Magnolia, Tenacious D, Perfect Storm, Frank's Book, Gangs of New York, Chicago.
Creepy Dave.
The Hours, Anger Management. I don't remember him in Anger Management. Older Arnie Shankman.
I don't remember. I really don't remember Anger Management. Like I remember the one scene where Jack like throws the thing. He's like, "Now why did I do that?"
It's a decent
don't-
movie.
I don't think I've seen that one. I that's kind of odd that I just talked about that earlier today
That movie?
about anger management. I was like, oh, I've never seen that.
I went on a. I used to buy DVDs at Walmart. It was just like my hobby.
Yeah.
It was like walking, like, oh, $5 DVDs. I'll buy 11 of
used to
them.
Robin used to have a similar hobby with DVDs.
Only he wouldn't
at
pay for
Walmart.
them.
It's very similar.
He went.
But-
He went to Walmart and got DVDs.
Yeah, we both went
I
to Walmart and
acquired
got
a couple
DVDs.
movies. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
I remember I got Anger Management, and I think I watched half of it once, but I never saw it all the way through, and I never found the DVD again.
Well, I have a copy if you want to borrow. So speaking of buying DVDs, if you guys head over to Redbox right now, the Mario movie is only $6
On Blu-ray.
or DVD. Yeah, same price for both. I was like, I went there with Riv the other day and was like, oh, Mario's on there. They're buy used. I was like, do you want Blu-ray or DVD? And she's like, Blu-ray. And I was like, if you get Blu-ray, you can't watch it in the Navigator, but it's gonna look better. She's like, Blu-ray. All right, good call.
Good call.
So she watched it like 5 times between like Sunday and Thursday.
That reminds me of the time I got grounded for something, and I had like The Lion King on VHS had just come out, and
Yeah.
my dad wasn't so cruel that he wouldn't let me watch The Lion King, but that was the only thing I was allowed to watch. I couldn't watch any TV. I couldn't do anything. I was grounded. But because I was allowed to watch The Lion King, a bitch was on repeat. Just
Right,
I
yeah.
watched it probably 30 times in like 4 days.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Circle of Life song stuck in like is in your head now. You guys ever watch the live action Lion King?
Nope.
I started it.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's the same story, and I was like, okay, cool, I get it.
And
And
it's
then
like
I
it's not
flipped off.
live action though.
It's still
Yeah,
considered animated.
that would make sense because they're
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like,
no such
what's
thing
the
as a
one-
talking tiger.
that's I was like,
lion.
it's just an up. Is
Tigers
this, a
don't
gra-
talk.
is this a graphics update? I don't need that.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
Lion King 2.0 patch.
Yeah,
I
we
remember-
don't need this to be a Seth MacFarlane production where we just constantly upgrade the animation to be slicker and cleaner.
There was something. Disney's got another Disney remakes.
Oh, Snow White Did you see the Snow White thing?
Is she
No.
black?
Yeah.
No.
Not she's light skinned. Oh no, I actually I think she's Latina.
Uh,
But still, her name is Snow White.
that's really funny.
And they have a Latina and all the they don't call them the 7 dwarves or anything. I think they changed. It's like they're like mystical beings or something like that where they're trying not to say they're midgets.
Where are they going to find 7 little people to work?
Well, they're the ancestors of the Oompa Loompas or whatever.
Okay.
So you've
So-
got
Oh
Peter Dinklage.
Oh, when they were talking about it, Peter Dinklage said straight up that he would not do that movie if they asked him.
All right, so not Peter Dinklage. Wee Man.
That Brian.
Dead.
Wee Man's dead. Okay, so not Wee Man.
No, he's not.
You see, I would believe that. Okay, so we still have Wee Man. Probably Brad Williams. Brad Williams would do it. So we've got 2. He would want to be grumpy though. Imagine Brad Williams as Grumpy the dwarf. I think that's it. That's all
It's
the.
gonna be either that or they CGI them like they did with Like
It's
in
like
Lord of the
regular,
Rings
like
or-
regular.
So
size
yeah,
app.
I was just about to bitch about that. So I saw Barbie today, and in the trailers they showed the new Willy Wonka prequel. It's I don't remember what it's called, but Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong is playing Willy Wonka's
Yeah, I think it's just called Wonka.
maybe, and they show Hugh
Hugh
Grant's
Grant.
face, and it's orange, and I was like, wait. Is he gonna be why would the Oompa Loompas be tall? And then they show him as a little person. I'm like, what the fuck? That's like you're taking jobs away from hardworking little people.
Listen, listen,
Listen,
If you
listen.
can't do blackface, you shouldn't be making regular sized people be dwarves.
you
And
can't
you
do
can't do-
blackface.
you can't do dwarf
midget
face.
butt.
Just the same thing as okay. I'm gonna keep going here. So hold on. You gotta wait a second. Give me a second. Hold up.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, he's rolling.
Watching the fucking Barbie movie, and I see
And they
a
didn't use a single actual Barbie.
trans dude playing one of the Barbies, and I'm like, hold the fuck on. Not only do Barbies not have genitalia, but now you're gonna take a dude and take away like a job from a fuck that. We're sitting there watching it too, and they got a fat one, and Riv goes, when did they get a fat Barbie? And I was like, they have one. We saw it at Walmart, and I said we are absolutely never buying a fat Barbie ever. Like, anyway, so I got mad at that because like, why are they putting a trans? I mean, like, if you want to be trans, be trans. I don't fucking care, but don't put them in movies. It's the same to me. In my mind, it's the same as doing blackface. It's not, but you know what I'm saying? Like, do you see the progression where you can get to there? Like that, it pisses me off. It bugs me. Just have women be women, guys be guys. If you want to make it clear that it's a guy as a girl or a girl as a guy, cool. But unless it's an integral part of the movie, don't fucking do it. And find an actual dwarf to play an Oompa Loompa and not fucking Hugh Grant.
Why is Hugh Grant in a movie to begin with?
I mean, he's an actor. It's probably.
Well, I mean, that's a good enough reason. That's an excuse. It's not a reason. Hi, I'm Hugh Grant. Man, fuck that guy.
Because he's out of prostitutes to hire. I don't know.
He's going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
is Hugh Grant a prostitute guy?
Oh yeah, I remember he got arrested for it. Fuck in the 90s, I think. Like right at the height of his fame. And then he disappeared. And then
90s was a great year for cocaine and hookers when you're an actor.
90s was a great year.
90s was a fantastic year, Dave.
The name of the episode now.
Yep. It's like I just said, you know, I just got back from LA. I spent a week there one day.
Imagine if you're in LA in the 90s.
I don't. That sounds scary. Like LA in the 90s,
LA
that's
in the
a
90s,
war zone.
I mean, Rodney King.
Rodney King. I was going to say Rodney King.
Was that 90?
94?
94 or something like 93, 94, I think.
I mean, OJ could tell you probably.
I always just say 94 because that's right around when Tupac died.
Have you heard the theory?
95. He died in 95.
Fuck, no, I forgot.
The theory about Tupac.
No, the OJ. So the whole reason that the glove didn't fit OJ and all that shit is OJ's son killed.
I've heard that.
Nicole Brown, and I was like, wait, hold up. Like, and there's like a whole. Look it up. If you're bored.
He went on a slow speed chase to give his son enough time to clean up the crime scene and escape,
or get rid of evidence. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, his son actually
I
did
sent
it.
you the TikTok.
Yeah, I seen it on the Ticks.
Yeah.
On the Clock app.
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
I've got like 70 TikToks to watch.
Probably because I noticed you haven't responded in a while.
Yeah, I haven't.
I just keep sending.
I was like, spent the last 3 days dead.
He's good. We got time.
I'll get there. I'll get to him.
Yeah. But hey, anyway, back to that Barbie movie.
Oh yeah.
Really funny movie. I was torn because I wanted to watch Oppenheimer, but obviously I'm gonna go watch the movie with my kid. Like,
right.
She wanted to watch Barbie. I asked to get her an extra day so that we could go watch it the day because like it didn't start until 9:20 last night, Thursday night.
Oh.
And I was like, Well, I gotta get
It's
up.
a little
I
late.
I gotta get up early and do stuff. So that's not gonna work for me. But anyway, the movie starts off really funny. It keeps being funny and ends funny. Um, there's a whole bunch of characters. Simu Liu, the guy who plays Shang-Chi, is that his name?
Yep.
Seven,
Yeah.
10 rings, however many rings he had. He's in it. Michael Cera is in it, and he plays Alan. Like back in the early days of Barbie, there was Ken's best friend Alan, which they
Yep.
made once. Yeah.
I don't
Um,
know if I remember that, but yeah.
there were they had discontinued Barbies, like the pregnant Barbie that was one once. There's one called Sugar's Daddy, and the guy, it's an old dude holding a puppy or dog, and it has the name is Sugar, so it's Sugar's Daddy, and that was a discontinued one. There's also the Ken with the earring.
Yes.
John Cena shows up as a mermaid, which is hilarious.
Wait, does Gravik play the Mexican Ken doll? Remember the old
Maybe
the Mike Ken
the
doll that
Mike
you
one.
had? Yeah,
It
that's
could be. It could
yeah,
be.
that's what I was just thinking because it's kind of a light skinned
Right.
kind of color. Yeah.
But the whole movie is like Barbie is the center of the world, and everybody's name is Barbie. Hey Barbie, hi Barbie, and there's like President Barbie and all that shit. It's like basically how Barbie exists in toys. And she starts feeling weird, and she's like, "You guys ever think about dying?" Just like out of nowhere, and all the people are like, or all the Barbies are like, "The fuck? The fuck you say?"
I'm sorry,
And
what?
she starts having this existential crisis, and so she has to go see Weird Barbie, which is Kate McKinnon, which every little girl has had a Weird Barbie where they cut their hair off or draw on their face and all that shit. Kate McKinnon plays a good one, and they always are all doing the splits all the time.
Yep. Oh, you sent me the video of that.
Yeah.
Who's doing that's funny.
So Weird Barbie is like, oh yeah, you're getting these thoughts from whoever your owner is, whoever is playing with you. You need to go to the real world because they're in Dreamland or Barbie Dreamland or something like that. You need to go to the real world so that you can see what's going on with her and this and that. And she's like, okay. And they like give her this whole reason how to get there. And fucking Ken, this whole time, he just wants attention from Barbie. He's like, pay attention to me, please, please. He sneaks into the car with her, and she's like, hey, can't just be here. And he's like, I can.
He's like, I can because I did.
And then he gets to the real world. Sorry, these might be spoilers, but not really. Like it's just you'll
It's
see like,
Barbie.
the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Ken,
If you didn't know that somehow Barbie was going to have to go to the real world in this movie, what are we doing here?
you were missing everything. Yeah. Ken wants attention the whole time, and then he gets in the real world and he's doing the rollerblade thing. You've seen it on the commercials, maybe. And people are like, dude, you look good. And Barbie's like, why is nobody complimenting me? These people are mean to me. Like, she's like, let's go talk to these construction workers. They'll give us the stuff we need to know about and information. And they're like, what's up, baby? You know, like just fucking catcalling and dropping every little pickup line you can think of. And Ken's just like,
Hey,
Yeah.
now.
yeah, he thinks it's kind of funny.
Hey, man.
But yeah, so Ken basically discovers that in the real world, guys are kind of the patriarchy is a thing. And like he'd went into a library and he's like, what are all these books? There's the patriarchy is real. And he discovers that horses also exist and they're like an extension of men. And it's funny. The whole fucking thing is funny.
I'd check it out.
The whole movie, like it's basically Ken takes over Barbie Land while Barbie's trying to figure out what's going on with her life. And so like Barbie gets back there and it's like Kendom or something. It's the Kendom. Come to the Kendom. And all these dudes are like just doing typical dude stuff. I don't know. It's funny. I really want to watch it again.
Protein.
I liked it. You should see it. Like I didn't give I gave my pre-movie score like on the RunP app of like 7, maybe 7.5. I should have put 6.9.
Ha.
But I would give it like a solid 9, maybe 9.2 out of 10.
Wow, that's high
Like
praise.
it's funny. Like yeah, and I'm gonna ruin the last joke. If you don't want to listen to it, fast forward for 20 seconds.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Barbie is in the real world at the end of the movie, and she gets dropped off at this place, and she goes in, and they're like, "Yes, can we help you?" And she's like, "Yes, I'm here to see the gynecologist for the first time." That's the end of the movie. It just ends right there, and I was like, "What?" And Riv's like, "What's a gynecologist?" And I was
Like, I'll tell
like,
you, you'll figure it out soon enough.
"It's a vagina doctor." I just told her. She's like, "Oh, that's weird." I was like,
I'm,
"A little
creepy,
bit."
I'm Creepy Dave, and I'm a
I'm Creepy Dave.
gynecologist.
Ah, Greek
That-
Barbie.
That reminds me.
Gynecologist.
That reminded me of oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the character that he was playing, but it was from the old school Jerky Boys days. He was the gynecologist to the stars. You know, I got the triple X hands here. I got what size gloves do y'all have there? I gotta buy some medical equipment because I'm Michael Jennings, gynecologist to the stars. And he just
Dave, that's your Halloween costume.
Gynecologist to the stars.
We
well,
should
you,
make
you are in
shirts
an
of
astronomy class.
that. Yeah. Oh my God, that would be a funny shirt to wear to that astrology class or astronomy, whichever one it is.
You know, I mean, if
Yeah,
see, that's a problem.
just-
Dave should have gone to the astrology class. That's where all the white women are.
Mm-hmm.
No, I checked the student.
I
log.
checked.
It's all white chicks.
You're like, I was there. I know.
Awesome.
I looked.
There's like 40 people in the class. I went down every single name.
He's like, Amanda, Alyssa.
Rainbow. The fuck?
Who the fuck said that shit?
Leaf.
Make like a tree. Get out of here.
This kid's name is Lake. Who names their kid after a body of water?
Brooke.
That hey, okay,
Well, that's
all right. You came
No,
back with
no,
that
no,
one.
them.
Yeah. What's up?
I liked the gentle stare down there for a second, and I was just like, yep, yeah, I said it.
Thought I heard something.
What's that over there?
The wind. The wind's blowing
Oh,
That's
my God.
weird. Why would that ever happen in a world?
in the world.
So what would you do if you were in a large city compared to a small town?
The same shit. All right, let's
okay.
get this.
Here
Let's
we
get this
go.
out of the way, and let's
All right.
fucking pitter patter because I'm
Here you
fucking
go. Get out of
dead
this.
to the world. I want
Yeah,
to
you
take
are.
a shower and go to fucking
Shit.
bed.
Yep.
Um,
Dave's shaking his balls out.
Dave's shaking. This is a creepy
Pee,
Dave.
I've
Oh.
been holding.
So, all right, you do that while I talk about
Walks
this.
directly towards the neighbors. And he goes, "Oh."
So, my dad decided to weigh in on this
Hold it longer.
whole Jason Aldean small
okay.
town song.
Yeah.
By the way, the song's ass. I haven't listened to it, but I know. And
Okay.
he's like, yeah, I listened to it. It sounds like regular country music. There's nothing special about it. And I comment, I'm like, yeah, all country music sucks. And by the way, get the fuck out of my face with you trying to act like your small town is hard and tough because I do the same shit in your little town that I do in the city, and nobody does anything about it. Nobody tries to stop me. Nobody says anything. So get fucked. Stop trying to act tough.
Fucked, stay fucked.
And so one of the boomers come in like, I don't like Aldean, but actually like this, and the message towards a newer generation that have their head up their ass. They don't have a clue who Hank Williams Jr. is. Not me 25 minutes earlier, by the way. 25 minutes earlier. I shit on the song. I say, if you aren't Waylon, Johnny, or a Hank, just stop trying. But
What about
you know,
Willie?
Willie falls in with Waylon.
On the road again.
On the road again. I see. For me, I like Willie. Willie's not in my Mount Rushmore of country music.
Well, that's
And my Mount Rushmore has like 3 people on it.
I like Alabama. That's Alabama's
All
up
right,
there for me.
I get down with Alabama. I like Southern rock more than I like country music. Like I like 38
Special.
Special.
Yeah.
exactly. Fuck yeah.
Because our dads
Fabulous
are the same
Thunderbirds.
people, basically.
Bad
Yeah, just-
Street, USA. That is that the
Bad Street, all US. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, by the way, let's just talk about reality. Jason Aldean, does a class want to venture a guess as to what town Jason Aldean is from? Since he's talking about being from a small town, and he's what the fuck was that John Cougar Mellencamp?
I was born in a small town.
I have no idea. I don't even.
I'm gonna say Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh, very, very close. 85 miles away.
Savannah?
Savannah.
Macon, Georgia.
Oh,
What are they making?
bacon.
They're making bacon.
Mhm.
Population of Macon, Georgia, 117,000 people, roughly the same size as Eugene.
Hmm.
So he wants to talk about the things that wouldn't happen in a small town like Macon. I just want to point at Eugene and just say, yeah, it will.
It do.
It do. It don't look like that, but it do.
I don't know
But
if he knows
yeah.
this, but there were actually quite a few marches in southern towns back in the day.
Yeah, Sherman made a big march in the South,
Yeah, they did,
right
yeah,
through
yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah. Weird.
Weird. Yeah, Charlottesville, that happened. That was in the South.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird how all this stuff actually does happen.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm sure you guys have opinions, but my opinion is fuck country music. Like I'm tired. I'm tired of everybody's bullshit. Somebody asked me today, they're like, well, yeah, blah 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 politics. I'm like, man, fuck politics. All
Blah, blah, blah,
politics.
politics.
I was like, all it is someone trying to figure out how they can get under your skin. Like all politics is these days is trying to find out how to divide us, separate us, and make us pissed off at each other. So fuck that shit. Power to the people.
Yeah.
Isn't that a political stand?
It is absolutely a
Yeah.
political stand. It's absolutely a political stand against government.
The government.
The government. Every stand is a political stand. Oh, I saw your light then
Yep.
when you stood up.
Oh, that's funny.
So what's now that I've dominated the conversation on Jason Aldean?
Yeah.
Fucking
I mean,
jabroni ham and egger.
like the shit that I saw. It was like dog whistle things.
Right.
That was their big thing. They're like, oh, it's calling out to the fucking Nazis and this and that. And I'm like, or whatever they want to call it. But I don't know. It just seems excessive. You guys are reaching. They're pissed about and we talked about it in the pre-show that they were using in the music video clips from the Black Lives Matter protests. And they were like, you can't do that here. And they're like, we're trying to make it better for everybody. And I don't know. It just
There was some big time all lives matter energy with the video.
I don't care about it because to me
It
is
sucks.
just
This milk toast is garbage.
it's the stupid answer to stupid things that already happened.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's a stupid answer to a stupid question.
Yeah.
It's the new version of when Toby Keith did the fucking like, we'll put a boot in your ass because we're the US of A.
Yeah.
Like,
I
yeah.
don't know if it's the same thing. We kinda did get attacked, so I wouldn't
What's
put it
that?
on that. I wouldn't put those on the same level.
Well, I mean, neither one of the songs.
No,
are
but the
good
dog whistle thing,
objectively.
like it's
Yeah.
definitely pointing towards a certain population
Oh yeah.
group of people, like to, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
click track country needs to die anyhow. Like, give me some outlaw country, get the fuck out of my face.
Well, no, that's where I agree with you. Like, I don't listen to Jason Aldean. I stopped listening to him years ago. Like him, Luke Bryan, like the newer radio. I don't listen to the radio anymore. Radio country.
Welcome to the dark side.
I listen to, like, I've got my handful of like
Top
indie
5% of
country.
Doja Cat listeners.
I don't listen to Doja Cat either.
I do.
The only time I've listened to Doja Cat is when one of you put it on the show.
That's fair.
That's the only time I've ever heard anything from Doja Cat. But yeah,
One of the other things that was brought up was that he was the guy performing when the Las Vegas shooting happened. That was his concert. And so they're like, you're going to sit there and support guns when that happened at your concert? And he's like, yeah. The two things are not related. Don't take people's guns, and that guy probably shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't know how else to put it.
Both those two things are not mutually
Yeah.
exclusive. Like
Yeah.
I have a
Well-
gun. I also don't think multiple people should die by guns. We're
I mean-
like
Well,
both of those things can be true.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with like BLM and
Forest Service.
supporting yeah, Forest Service supporting cops, right?
Yeah.
Like, do I think people should not be targeted? Yeah, absolutely. Do I think there's terrible cops out there? Absolutely. Do I think the majority of cops are just trying to do their job and help? Yeah. But there's shitty people everywhere you go, no matter what industry you work in.
Mm-hmm.
Like the military, right? You think about the military, all these people, they volunteered to serve and protect their country.
Fuck that.
I know a ton of fucking shitty people that joined
Exactly.
the military.
Just because you
Like-
bathed in red, white, and blue doesn't make you a fucking hero.
Yeah. Like so it doesn't matter where you're, what organization you're part of. There's shitty people in each area,
Yeah.
and you're always going to have that.
God
God
Damn it. fucking
get-
wall that fell.
Well, these people,
Hey.
they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. I want to thank both Dave and Robin for being flexible, working with me to do the show on Friday, because I wasn't available yesterday, and so thank you guys
Yeah,
for,
hey.
for being here and being ready.
I'm
Just glad we actually show up for a podcast. Not everyone can do that.
I think everyone can do that. I think everyone could.
Not
do
everyone
that.
is willing to do that. for
Not everyone is
podcast.
willing to have that
Yeah.
uncomfortable conversation about
Yeah.
how I need an hour and a half a week to talk to my friends. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Jake, good night, universe.
That is a podcast.
backfats.info.
Good ucks.
Oh, by the way, there's a badfacts.info sticker on the cart at Delta still.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.